Okay, today we're going to start Unit 9.4, Compositions of Functions. We're going to go through this together. Remember to take your notes on your note sheet that we were given in class. And then we'll do examples 1 and 2 together. Once we're done with 1 and 2, you guys will attempt number 3 on your own and show it to me in class tomorrow. Okay, so compositions of functions. We kind of went over it in class a little bit, but today we're going to go into it a little deeper, that way we can get a good understanding of exactly what's being asked. So, as far as notes goes, what you guys are going to be doing is you're going to write a composition, which is when the answer from one function is plugged into another function. So you're going to be given two different equations, two different functions that you're going to work with in this. So if you look at this example here, or this next topic here, f of g of x, or f in that little circle right there, means of g of x. So they're both read the same way, just like it says here, f of g of x. So f is a function of the function of g when x is its value, is what it's saying. So both mean the exact same thing. The two steps that you need to remember in this whole thing is you're going to evaluate the inside first and then do the second later. Okay, so you'll evaluate one and then evaluate the second afterwards after you plug it in. So let's look at example 1. So with example 1, it gives you two different functions. The first function that you get is f of x is equal to 2x plus 3, and then the second one is g of x is equal to x squared. So it's going to give you two topics here, and we're going to do A first. And that's telling me that f of g of x, or f of g of negative 1, is our function. So I'm going to take this negative 1 and I'm going to plug it in to the g function. So that gives me negative 1 squared, which is just equal to 1. Now I'm going to take the answer from my inside function, which was g, and plug it into my second one. So f at 1, that means I'm replacing my x with a 1 to get my answer, which gives me 2 plus 3, which gives me 5. So that's my final answer. Okay, now on B it's giving me a little bit different. B, it tells me the G is on the outside and F is on the inside, and it's giving me a different value for X. It's giving me a 0. So I'm going to evaluate F first. 2 times 0 is 0 plus a 3. That gives me a 3. Now I'm going to plug that into my g of x, which is x equal to x squared. So I'm going to put my 3 in and square it, and I get a 9. So that's my value for my two functions on this example. Okay, now let's look at example 2. Example 2 is giving it to us a little bit differently. Okay, now it's just giving us one thing to evaluate. This is what we're going to evaluate this time. Okay, so f of x is first. So f of x, actually we're going to change that. Let me fix this for you. We're going to give f the x the value of 3. So that means wherever we see x, we're going to put a 3 instead. So that means my value for f of x at this point is 7 when x is equal to 3. Now let's plug that in over on this side. So x is now 7. So 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 squared is what we're going to get here. 8 squared is 64 minus 3, which is equal to 61. So that would give me my final answer of 61. So that's what you're doing with compositions. You're subbing one answer in for another function. I want you guys to go ahead and do that here on example 3, where it says given f of x equal to the square root of x plus 3 minus 7 and g of x is equal to 5x minus 9. You're going to find f of g of x, which is going to be 3 in this case. Okay, so do this example on your paper. Have it ready for the beginning of class tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go. Appreciate your time.